At conferences like this one, I prefer to speak a bit more broadly and generally. I prefer to take a step back and talk about first principles of ethics, first principles of integrity, first principles of corporate culture. Some of the most egregious frauds we have seen in my own district sadly occurred at institutions with seemingly robust compliance programs, at least on paper. To be sure, there are bad apples everywhere, but an apple is more likely to rot in certain climates than in others. And in too many places and in too many quarters, there seems to have taken root a culture of minimalism. By that I mean a culture of merely aspiring to the minimum, doing merely the minimum required to avoid an enforcement action or a criminal charge, rather than focus affirmatively on doing the right thing, staying comfortably clear of the line, and earning a robust reputation for integrity and honesty. Now, before going any further in that vein, let me tell you about our first principles in the U.S. Attorney's Office in the Southern District of New York. You should expect from us what I expect every day from every assistant in my office: engagement in the wise and just exercise of discretion and judgment. I expect the assistant U.S. attorneys in my office to be open-minded, fair, and supremely principled in how charging decisions are made and how dispositions are handled. What do I mean by first principles? I'm speaking in very basic and fundamental terms about integrity and honesty and fair dealing. And I have found over time that there is never any redundancy in repeating and reinforcing the need for and importance of integrity in any enterprise. Here is the estimable business professor, Walter Bennis, who has written many books over the years for business leaders. In one, he writes this, quote, "One thing that has become clearer than ever to me is that integrity is the most important characteristic of a leader, and one that he or she must be prepared to demonstrate again and again. They forgot that something's being legal doesn't mean it's right." Note, by the way, that Professor Bennis did not say that leaders must be prepared just to talk about integrity again and again. They must be prepared to demonstrate it again and again. I am not the sheriff of Wall Street. In many ways, all of you are, and the sheriff of business, big business, medium-sized business, small business. Long before an office like mine commences an investigation or issues a subpoena, people like you in this room will have had innumerable opportunities to guard against corruption. Part of my hope and faith in the salutary role of lawyers derives from my own abiding faith in the noble ideal of the legal profession. In the end, the good lawyer makes a living, the great lawyer makes a difference. Thanks very much.